Hello everybody, Mike Morrison again. Well, we're going to do a simple exercise here today. How to make a curve in a surface in Civil 3D. Well, it's not real. You cannot do an actual arc or curve in a surface as far as I know because all 10 lines are straight. And that's how Civil 3D surfaces are created. Another good thing to know is that Civil 3D cannot see a vertical face. It has to be able to see that face straight down in plan view before it can give you or add that to your surface. So that's another good thing to know because what I've got here is a very simple exercise. I created a tank from 3 lines. So I've got this top of this tank here at one elevation, and then I offset it like, I don't know, a couple of hundredths or something just to give that vertical face to the bottom. And I have this one, I think about 8 foot lower, this elevation on this one. So let's go with it. So this out here, I've just used the grading command and tied down to the existing surfaces like 3:1. So let's look at it in Paperspace. So you can see the bottom of my tank is this line right here. This is the top of my tank. This is the top, and then this is that slope of my grading command. So that's all I've done. It's not a lot, but it should be a really cool looking model in Civil 3D surface, right? Okay, well, let me turn my surface on and show you. Here we go. I'm going to give it a style that we can see real well. Apply this. And there is my tank. Only, yikes, what has happened to my tank? It's like, is this for real? Let me turn off my 10 lines. It's like maybe I'm just not seeing things right. I'll drag this over here so we see. I'll turn off my triangles, right? Oh no, that's not right. Look at my contours. They're not smooth. They're not round around the edges. And so I'm going to look at it in Paperspace, and sure enough, it is not even realistic, right? It's like the volumes on this would be horrific. Not a good model. There is a few things to pay attention when you're doing this. So let's say I want to bring in another object. Let's say I want to bring in another brake line, and I'm going to add a brake line to my surface right here, straight out of AutoCAD box. Some terrible defaults here, right? It's like a weeding distance 10, an angle of 4, a mid-ordinance distance of 1. Let's talk about these. Okay, so this is, I believe, probably the deflection angle of the 10 line. It's way too big, right? I make this like 1. I'll make this like 1. I'll make this like 0.01 or 0.1. And what that mid-ordinance distance is, okay, so if you look at the properties of a curve, a tangent point of a line across an arc, the mid-ordinance distance is the distance from the arc perpendicular back to the line that struck across the ends of the arc. So that's the big deal, right? You don't want that to be very big. This would be like if I were entering this from scratch, but now I've already got this one built. So what am I going to do now? Do I have to go back and delete those objects out of my surface and then add them back in, setting these parameters down to something to try to make it look like an arc? I can, but why? Here's another real cool way to do it. So here we go. So I've got my polylines are all spot on. So what I've done is I've actually changed them into feature lines because there's a really cool command here, guys, up here. So right now, because of the distance of a set, there's a breakpoint here. There's another breakpoint way up here. There's another breakpoint way up here. And we're going to add in our grip points. We're going to add more grip points to make this look realistic. So if I grab this line and I'm going to go up here to insert elevation point, and you see how that highlights it. down here now, follow your prompt. So it says I could do it by a distance or an increment. So I can manually add them, but I'm going to say increment. And I'm going to say, let's say I want grip points maybe only a foot apart. Let's do it. And you'll see they just all have lit up. And now all of a sudden, I've eliminated all of that inside there, but I still have all the rest of this as an issue, all of this one and this one. So I'm just going to do the same drill. This only takes seconds, guys. Insert elevations points by increment. I'll do this one as 1. And look at what it look what it's done to my surface there. Now let's do it for this one. Let's take this one and feature line. Come on. Be brave now. This line, feature line. I'm going to insert an elevation point. Insert distance of 1 on that line. Now, look at my contours. Look at my, not my, it looks like it's all arcs. It is not. The key is between this line and this line, you don't want those tin lines to cross over other crossings over the other tin lines. So mine's pretty spot on. So now let's look back at this. Now look at my tank. I mean, can it get any better than this, guys? I mean, this is what gives you the ability to really fine-tune surfaces. You're going to run into this time and time again because people don't like straight lines. They like curved contours and stuff, you know, for lines. You got to try to make them realistic, because one of the goals is for you as a designer is you got to be able to pull in volumes, right? So you look at when you start looking at your volumes, you can do this in your own exercise. But if you look at your surface properties and look at your statistics, like this is the big deal. This is what they're looking for, is cut and fills, right? And I know when I first started this, when I didn't add in all those grip points, these are way off it, and I knew they weren't going to be good. But now I can really trust these. I never created an arc. I created very short lines between grip points to make it the illusion of being an arc. I hope you enjoyed this video, but have a good one, guys. Peace out.